Alrighty, hey there guys, it's Shsta42 here, and today I figured, just for fun, we would do a sort of director's commentary, I guess, on the Being Themselves videos. I'm just going to start with season 1, but I don't know if this is kind of fun or you guys are interested. I will extend it to season 2 and season 3, but I figured start with 1, see how it works, and depends if I can do it or not. But anyway, let's go on.
The government has banned this video!
Yes, the government has banned this video. How much I remember that. So, as I said in the season 3 trailer, it really did start with me telling VOTC3 Lover, hey, you know what's funny is if we take a camera, put it in a cabinet, and just open it, and then cut out the part where you're putting it in the camera, it actually looks like you're, like starting inside, and we decided to do it. And as you might be able to tell, we had no idea what to do afterwards. We just kind of started going.
He just attacked me.
And right away he starts attacking the camera, which became quite an interesting gag.
What?
And,
excuse him. We apologize. At least I do. I don't. We're back. Baby, this is your camera. You idiot.
Oh my god. Yes, the gum on my old computer.
Oh wait, let's see if that.
Yes, that was
just
quite.
shut up. Yeah, he wrote on it with invisible ink, and it's permanent.
He did write on it with invisible ink. I totally forgot about that.
Here.
He totally forgot about that. I wonder if it's still there.
I don't know if you can see it, but it says hi. He wrote on my door too.
I don't know if you can see it because the video quality, as you can tell, is really, really, really bad.
Hey! You're gonna kill their eyes. We're sorry if you have sensitive eyes.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
This is stupid.
Yep, it is stupid, but you know what?
That was a
It
car
was a
alarm,
start.
by the way, folks.
Best face ever.
You moron! Where did it go? No. Did you catch it? Oh no, there it is. It's over the wall.
Yeah. I actually gave him that spearmint gum.
Totally improv.
I can remember I had like a pack of spearmint gum in my pocket, and I gave him a stick of it. It's like impossible to hear what he just says, but he says, "Beep, this has been censored," which is actually what started the censor joke in preceding sequential videos.
Oh.
And
saw that, but
from the very beginning, he's been attacking the guy. He was always kind of the,
Son of a moron.
I don't know, I guess the violent
Coming
one,
back.
which is kind of interesting because, in all honesty, he's actually not that domineering, and so it's kind of interesting just to see the different personalities that we take on while we start recording. It's quite entertaining.
The government has banned this video!
And of course, part 2 has to start with the same. It was kind of the running gag of season 1 was everything was going to start off the same.
Oh gosh, no.
The idea for that actually came from like, okay, you gotta like imitate a
No, it's
rapper,
your turn. It's your turn.
and that was how he did it, and that was all there was.
He's taking
So-
up his middle video.
I love how you can't see my
yeah,
face
well.
even like a little bit.
He's flipping off the Nazis.
And down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my little reaction to it. I don't know why I found that so funny. It was falling back in my throat a bit, but as far as actual choking.
Joking on a second.
Oh my god. What was that supposed to
I love how pixelated this is. I think I just hit my own computer there. I think.
Oh, we're stupid. Okay.
No, we knew that from the outset.
Oh, wow.
Can't see anything.
No.
As you can see, are you sure? Yeah,
Oh my gosh, Joe.
that joke would come back.
You're gonna kill someone with that.
I think I'm staring at the camera there. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, that was that episode. I don't know why. I mean, you figure after that one we'd stop, but apparently not. So, not quite sure what to tell you about that one.
The government has banned this video!
And part 3, where we move downstairs.
Yeah, my parents are gone. That's why they haven't complained to us yet.
Yeah, they probably would have otherwise, huh?
Oh, of course.
We're about to do some improv music and dancing. Woohoo! Enjoy.
So, this was literally improv. I mean, it's just two of us just sitting there, just me playing on the keyboard.
Everybody dance. What the fuck?
What I love most about that, honestly, is how close the two of us match. The Everybody Dance Now and like what I was actually playing, they line up at like the very, very beginning, which I thought was quite entertaining. And instantly somehow recovering it back. I don't know how I did that. Yay for octaves. Luigi's Mansion. A really good elevator by Shsta42's Lover until he wiggles at the very end. And that's him mashing the bottom. We're both very large fans of Luigi's Mansion, by the way. I can't wait for the sequel.
I'm sorry.
And he just totally falls forward onto the piano right there, which was hilarious.
Man down, I tell you.
Which was really... He did sit on the keys. I can actually distinctly remember that. Probably my favorite moment. I didn't actually turn around, so like when I finally looked at the video and just saw his foot fly up in the air, it was like it was the funniest thing. You might have noticed there was a slight cut there. This had a lot of stuff we cut out in it. Not quite sure what PLTC was doing at this point. Yep, another big cut there.
Oh, cool. I like that.
And we cut, and it was like really, really dark in this room because there's no actual lighting. So I still like that song. And that started a total thing of the this like running joke. But right here, yeah, but no one cares. Exactly. That actually started a whole joke of PLTC not being able to pronounce my name. And to be totally honest, I mean, I did create an impossible to pronounce username. It's like all consonants except for the A. And the way I pronounce it has no bearing whatsoever on the way that it's spelled. So, I don't know. I mean, I made that my username, and I guess I had to find a way to pronounce it. So, that's the way I ended up doing it. So, I mean, I can understand completely why it was so difficult for him. But it was still kind of irritating at the time, from what I can remember.
The government has banned this video!
Now for the movie. This was an interesting one to do, because it was...
Yeah, only a few hours.
Yeah, only a few hours since we did the other 3, and we originally were only planning on doing those 3, hence why we named them Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, like that was all we were going to do. But then, as I said, a few hours later we had a lot of fun, so we're like, you know, heck, let's make a 4th, you know, just for fun of it. The hair lice, we reference that later on too.
Pop the balloon with Shsta42. Let's go with that.
And that was a fun one because that was a literal, I could tell he had no idea. Another Shsta42 joke, but yeah, I could tell he had no idea what the heck he was going to do. So I kind of just jumped in with the first thing that popped in my head, which is one of the keys, I think, of doing improv, is that you just have to keep the show moving. Like, you can't stop and think or do anything, you just kind of got to go with what pops in your head. And so that whole thing popped into my head, and that's just what we decided to do.
You popped the balloon, I'm done.
And so, yeah. Another cut there, and I can actually remember what was in that cut. It was me grabbing the camera out of his hands and, like, shoving it against the bulletin board. And I'm like, and now for an embarrassing picture of PLTC3 Lover. That was pretty cool. He...
Okay. Alright.
He just somehow was able to
Small
hit the
explanation there.
camera.
He took out my hands with
Yeah.
the camera, and I shot it. It did like 4 rotations in the air.
Oh, it did way
sideways,
more than 4.
And I just have somehow managed to catch it.
Face up too,
Amazing.
which was really quite entertaining.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Unfortunately, I couldn't repeat that in like any of the
You
later.
won the hourly prize, sir. What do you have to say about it?
Go beat yourself. I don't know.
Do you even know what the hourly prize is?
No.
This is really the two of us just screwing around because, I mean, in case you couldn't tell by the original 3, we had no idea what we were doing. But at this point, we still had no idea what we were doing.
Oh gosh, we're back to the pillow thing.
So, let's see.
You might. Oh.
And he just kicked me like right in the knee, right there. It actually hurt. Mine ripping
Sorry,
up clothes.
I'm not changing clothes in phone booths. That's for just weirdos.
I wouldn't like yourself.
I wouldn't go naked inside of a glass booth. I mean, sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, let's not repeat that incident.
For those of you wondering, what I've been whispering there was he would.
Welcome to POTC3 Lovers.
And that started one of the biggest standards in our show. And so he threw a hat at the camera because I was coughing.
It was a hat. It fell.
And it was kind of entertaining because it was like I just had to cough, and so I mean I forced the cough to give it like a dissenting quality, but it was quite entertaining. He just like totally flies out.
Okay, so bad. What you need to do is get a hat.
He goes into like an English accent for like 4 words there, which I thought was funny.
Second thing, you see my hair's going like this a lot. That's what all the rappers do. They just go boop, 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 boop. See like that? Okay, then you have to go.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. That was like the funniest thing ever, because if you look at it, you can totally tell it wasn't planned. It was absolutely accidental. He just totally fell out of his chair. And the best ending ever.
Perfect ending. Oh god.
And
That's all for now. Join us next time.
it's just me making a face.
In case you didn't see that, I'll do it once more.
As I said, that joke would come back, and interestingly enough, that's how Monkey Girl 101 originally got involved, is right after that, right after we stopped filming, she comes out of her room, and she's just like, what was that noise? Like, what were you laughing at? And so we showed her what we'd done, and so she volunteered to record the two of us, which you will see in the next 2 parts, it was actually her recording. So let's check those out.
The government has banned this video!
And now for the Fan of Doom, which,
Now the video.
I don't remember much about, so.
Shsta42's corner. Today
We figured since POTC3 Lover had a corner, we figured I should have a corner, which never happened again, but it's kind of interesting.
The answer to your question, by the way, is I don't know, but we only got 2.
It's kind of interesting looking at myself because I had tried actually making my hair back, and it doesn't look very good at all. And it's also interesting because I have like no facial hair, so that's kind of odd.
How many idiots does it take to blow away one more?
POTC Lovers, yeah, getting punched.
He is dead.
Brief glimpse of Monkey Girl 101. Another catchphrase there.
Welcome to Shsta42's
Total cut here. It was a totally different clip,
special.
which is something that it was a kind of a hallmark of season 1. Is like we filmed a bunch of different little short things, and then we just clip them together.
I will professionally. Here's one.
He actually did slap me there.
Turn on a fan. I like this one. See, all you do is press the little here. Twist the little thing here.
Stick your nose in there and see what happens.
Okay. Wait, it's not working. This little lights on. What's that mean? What does something mean?
Don't film this.
What do you think of me, Lauren?
I'm Dexter.
Your actual name is Paul Dexter, but sure. That's a reference to a
Hey, don't film this.
Douglas Adams novel. I think it was called Starship Titanic.
Awesome computer.
And he just totally runs me over there.
Wow, I'm at my computer. I will demonstrate how to heal foot wounds. Now what we need to do is search foot wound on Google. If you will come here, please.
It's actually really entertaining because she's totally filming the wrong Google search bar.
Foot wound or
Yeah.
idiot.
Of course, you can't tell that he's actually typing that. Just ran me over again.
Now I will learn how to treat a chest wound.
Get this lunatic doctor out of here. I want to see your license.
Important lesson learned today. Always be prepared for the unexpected. This is POTC 3 Lover and Shsta42's signing off. Thank you, and have a wonderful whatever time it is.
I think that makes 4 times he ran me over. Yeah. That was kind of that one's gag, I guess. Was the whole just running me over. Kind of a lame thing to make a whole episode around, but as you can tell, none of the original ones have anything really going for them because we were still just kind of experimenting with different things and working with what we had, and eventually we got into the swing of it, if you could call our later videos the swing of anything. But yeah, I don't know, that was something.
The government is bad.
Don't ask.
And
That's an interesting name for a show.
now the video.
The Back with the Fan episode, which is interesting, because we don't reference the fan anymore.
Whatever. And this is Shasta.
And I finally tried to correct him.
No one cares. Shsta42.
Big cut there. I think we cut out like 2 minutes or something. And I don't remember what it was at all. But I do remember we cut it because it was just like ridiculously dumb, and we're like, okay, it's really stupid. So, I mean, just saying something for like the original videos, if we cut something because it was dumb, I mean, it must have been just like pathetic. Okay, that was kind of entertaining. I have no idea what happened here. I was trying to get Monkey Girl 101 to film only him and not get me in the shot. If you look carefully, you can see her in the reflection in the window. Just shove him. I think I was saying something to him here, but I can't remember what the hell it is.
He's been green screened out with a white sheet.
Come on, let's do
This, what I was doing was a vague reference to a Tom Bob Blender video from like forever ago. And we're back to the censored. I have no idea what the heck that voice is. Prince Charming hair flip there, I guess, an attempt.
Thank you for your cooperation in this. See ya.
Just got nailed with a hat. He just threw a hat at me. Just whacked something there. Oh, he threw it at me again.
This thing still have headlights.
This thing still has headlights. As I said, that came back. Don't know what I was doing there. Threw it at me again.
Booyah.
So we just started throwing the hat back and forth. For no.
We signed off like 4 minutes ago.
Didn't we start off like 4 minutes?
Canceled due to violation.
I'm loving it while I'm suffocating.
Wow. I don't even know. I can remember from the description I put in specifically saying that this was the most random video yet, and I guess it's quite valid. That made no sense at all. Nope, none.
The government has banned this video!
Of doom. I'm gonna have to suffer through this one. I hate this one with a passion. Just because I can't
And we're
stand
back.
listening to myself at all. It's so irritating.
Next, being themselves video. I
This
had my
time.
voice changed over.
And this is interesting because it was not actually filmed over at POTC3 Lovers.
This
It
time
was
we are
filmed over by mine.
outside.
And that's because he came over to my house for a change. And it was interesting. You'll notice I'm wearing jeans and a hoodie while he's wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It actually wasn't that cold
Now,
outside.
this is our third
What we
take.
were doing
other
out
video.
here
Second
is actually
for some reason
we
did
were
not save.
filming
See these
earlier
slides right here?
for an
Later in
old
the
film
we are
project
going to
that
take you down
POTC3
these
Lover wanted to
slides,
do
an experience that
called
you
The
will
Final
never
Stand.
experience
So,
anywhere else. Now,
we,
see,
uh,
this was the first slide right here. This evil yellow
We were filming that
banana
earlier,
slide.
and unfortunately, he no longer has that footage due to something I'll get into a little bit later. And that
The problem
joke
that
just
we had
got
last time
lost
is that
because of same kind of reason, which I'm going to get into a little bit. So I was talking Final Stand. Yeah, unfortunately that one never happened. I think he is vaguely he's doing another film project now, or he was over the summer. I don't know how much he actually got done. So we were filming that over there, and I was actually in character with that, so hence why I have the sunglasses and I'm all dressed up.
And I do not know why I'm doing this voice. It is fun. Try it sometime.
So I'm trying to talk constantly to like not listen to myself because it's quite interesting. So he's saying he's going to conquer the baby slide or something like that. But anyway,
My God,
so
let's conquer the baby slide.
wow, okay, face. That so anyway, the reason that it blacked out for a second there was that, as you might know, POTC Lover's original channel, POTC3 Lover, got taken down by YouTube due to a copyright claim. And so he had to create a new channel. It was POTC3 Lover 1. But unfortunately, he had suffered a hard drive crash before, so he lost a lot of his old stuff. And one of the things that he lost was all of the Being Themselves videos that he had, which is the ones that he uploaded. So I had a few, but not all of them. And so he lost that, and when
injuries in the, oh, by the way, pause. By the way,
so yeah, he lost that,
they actually happened.
and so we were just like, oh no, what do we do? Like, we're missing that whole thing. Wow, that was a high-pitched scream. Just dropped something, I can't tell what it was.
Is allergic to bee stings.
I actually just made that up.
I've never been stuck in my life.
So that was that whole thing.
No.
Yeah, so he's not allergic to bee stings as far as I know. I just made this stupid joke. Anyway, but so, yeah, we were all worried because we had lost the Being Themselves videos, but it turns out that POTC3 Lover had actually created a DVD of the Season 1.
Actually,
And
maybe not.
he actually had a copy of it, and we were like, oh my god, yes. But the only problem was that he used it with a program called Neuro. He made the DVD, which was a really kind of, I don't know how, like, it wasn't bad per se, I guess, but it was very weird. Like, it didn't work quite as well as you think it would. And so the only problem was, like, we needed Neuro to unencode the DVD, and so by some stroke of luck, Monkey Girl 101's laptop still had the had Neuro on it. So we used her laptop to de-encode the
Oh my God!
DVD and model walk right here, if you haven't noticed. Yes, anyway. So we took that DVD, and interestingly enough, though, although there were multiple videos on the DVD, it was broken up into files by Neuro, and for whatever reason, and it split right down the middle in this one here. And it missed like a very small little bit And unfortunately, it was on the one joke in this whole episode that I still think is funny, and that was that the whole thing about the, we're going to take you down the slide into the sharp and pointy rocks, possibly with HIV needles. But the problem is it blanked out HIV, like, so it ruined the best joke in the whole video, in my opinion. But I think it's a small price to pay, and the fact that we have all of the videos back, and we're only missing like that one like half second, quarter second, or however long it is. So that was quite interesting, and that actually prompted us after that incident to everybody to have, for both of us to have all of our videos, all of the all of the being themselves videos. So that way, if something like that happened again, we wouldn't actually have that problem. And, like we wouldn't suddenly like lose stuff. If one of our hard drives crashed, or if like YouTube happened to go down, because additionally what we lost with that is our POTC Lover's part of his playthrough of the Subspace Emissary, the original Let's Play of that we did. Unfortunately, I had actually lost three. Well, I lost 3 episodes somehow. Like they just didn't. They disappeared. Like when I was getting them. Like I never actually got them, and so we were deleting those. And so we uploaded the. Yeah, we uploaded the LP with 3 episodes missing. So it was kind of already incomplete. But then he lost his. Yeah, he lost his channel and all the videos, so we took that whole LP down, but we redid it later on, as I'm sure you might have noticed. Noticed. So.
After Shsta42 attempts to climb it, please watch his epic failure.
Interestingly enough, I think this is,
No way, you know what happened. Okay.
Yeah, you know what happened last time, this is actually where both of the previous takes,
you will go down.
Where they both went bad. Like, the first time, like, he put the camera on a totally different slide than the one I was waiting at the bottom to catch. So, it just flew into the rocks, and the screen got all scratched up, and...
Let's dance!
It's got a cool ringtone, actually. I don't remember exactly how the second one did, but by the fact that I said, when he said throw it, I specifically told him, no, you know what happened last time. Makes me think I tried to throw it to him, and it just totally, something happened.
5, 4,
so,
3, 2,
yeah.
1, let's go!
And the funny thing is, it totally doesn't look like you're doing anything, like, that whole time. Just like, because it was totally cloudy that entire day, it was absolutely overcast.
We just took you on the ride of the lifetime, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is POTC3 Lover and Shsta42 signing off.
It really just looks like a stationary screen.
By the way, that accident was fake.
And quite annoying, but yeah, so it looked like nothing happened. So, okay, that episode's over, so I can stop talking constantly. Thank God. I just really don't like that one. But interestingly enough, I think it's Lucky Girl 101's favorite. So, not quite sure what that says. Not quite sure. So, at this point, there were 2 episodes that were in Season 1 that no longer exist. We had 2 videos of POTC Lover and I doing a corn maze over kind of not too far from where I used to live. And it was quite interesting because, like, we decided, hey, let's record it. You know, it was kind of fun. Like, I can actually remember how it happened. Like, literally, like, I got home from school, and I was walking in the door because I just walked back. I knew Lucky Girl 101 was babysitting my sister at the time because my mom was out doing something, and so I got the offer. Hey, you want to come back and you can do the corn maze and hang out and, you know, have fun. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So, like, I threw some stuff together, and I went off, and POTC Lover and I went and did a corn maze, and then we hung out that night and made some other videos. So the corn maze no longer exists because POTC Lover never put that up on the Season 1 DVD. because they weren't official improv comedy videos. It was just something kind of fun that we decided to do. So once his hard drive crashed, those were gone. So you guys are missing 2 of those things. It's not really that big a deal. I mean, I don't remember them being anything special, especially because they were really black, but more like totally black, like you couldn't see anything. So more on that later. But so it started off with the 2 of us, just going through the corn maze, and it's a really, really big corn maze. Like, it's one of the ones that takes hours to do. So we had just, we started, and we realized that obviously we can't do it because this old camera could only record an hour video at a time. So we decided to do it in like just little periodic updates every once in a while of us as we made progress in this maze. And one of the things we realized is that I forgot, like I thought of it like before we left, but we forgot to bring, as that was a flashlight. So because it was October at the time, and it gets dark in October around here where we live, and like really dark really quickly. So this place was also, it wasn't like the middle of nowhere, but it was in a place where there wasn't a lot of light. So we were essentially doing this corn maze in like pitch black. So imagine going through a really hard corn maze with like no light at all, and that was essentially what the videos were. So like you couldn't tell the difference between the title screens where we were introducing what update it was, and then the footage from the actual corn maze. Just they were like the same exact black, like you just couldn't tell. So that was pretty awesome. But yeah, so you didn't really miss. There were 2 videos of that because it was over 10 minutes. This is back when YouTube actually had a 10-minute time limit, so you can tell how old these are. It's back in 2008, I believe, when we did them. Yeah, because it was just after I started high school. So yeah, when we did that maze. So yeah, those 2 things are gone, so unfortunately you're not going to see any of that, which isn't a shame, as I say, because they weren't very good. They really weren't improv comedy. And I don't really remember there being anything funny about them at all. Just other than that, it was 2 guys fumbling through complete darkness trying to complete the maze. And if you are curious, yes, we did complete it, and I can still remember the time that it took for whatever weird reason. And it was a 1 hour and 49 minutes. They time-stamped the time you go in and the time you go out, so you can tell how long it took you. And it was 1 hour 49 minutes. I'm not quite sure why I remember that. But there you go, the legendary missing 2 episodes of Season 1 that we don't really count anyway. But just kind of an interesting story. So let's get back to the actual comedy. How about?
The government has banned this video!
Political ads.
Now,
This is an interesting one.
Hey, we're back again. We decided to do some more improv because that corn maze didn't exactly count as improv.
Reference to the corn
But
maze.
it has been a couple of hours since Corn Maze. If you saw our last video, most of you have not. But
And
it has
most of
been
you will not either. That's kind of the other catch now that it doesn't exist.
Solitary confinement for being outside. So now we are more mature, and so we were going to try to produce to you a more mature performance from this, so you won't get all the
Odds of that happening is pretty low, but
Maybe teenager stuff. It's like we were playing on a playground in elementary school. I was like teenagers.
that is the truth.
Okay.
So that's
so
mature.
let me show you how mature he is.
This is one of our better videos, I think, and it's kind of interesting because
Well, he still has that.
I actually uploaded this video,
See, notice how we're not talking.
but the problem is that POTC3 Lover had this video and he had to get it to me, and this is actually before we had a method of sending video files reliably, so he actually had to
This is so cool.
take Windows Movie Maker and break it into like 5 different video clips or 6 different video clips or something, and send me those individually. And then I had to then I had to take it and encode it with I don't know what I am doing
Why are
right
you
there.
filming this? I demand to know.
Yeah, so I had to take it and re-put it through Movie Maker and encode it. So that's why the version I have up there is like really, really bad.
Really?
Because it's just so...
Your nose in the camera.
Shut up.
It's just, it's all garbled
That
audio.
is
And
my backpack and it has my computer in it. I don't want you swinging it around.
so I've thought about re-uploading this version, which
It
isn't...
still has the gum stains on it, I bet you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you haven't seen the first video, I wrote them on his computer, and I also wrote on it in his book.
Yeah, but that was the time before.
Yes.
We were making it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, as I told you, oh, I didn't tell you earlier in the video, I'm sorry, it's the amnesia thing going on, I couldn't page. But, so...
I got you, Robbie. You hit the camera and stunned the video. This is our second take.
You know what?
Yep, and it was a 2-take video. That was kind of interesting.
Okay.
Look, you have chugged hats at this camera, pillows, the ticket to our corn maze.
The joke is he just threw the ticket to our corn maze at it. It's kind of hard to tell. But it's kind of interesting how much that POTC Deliver threw at his own camera. I mean, granted, this is not the best camera he ever had. He had another one after that, which was pretty good, and then he has another one after that, which is what we use, which is like a full professional thing. I mean, it's insane, most of the stuff of what he has. He's got green screen, professional video equipment. He's got like all these tripods and just ridiculous stuff. I think the only thing he needs is like some professional lighting rigging, which is apparently something he's focusing on getting next. So that should be quite interesting.
I'm not talking about...
I don't know what he just threw there.
Fortunately for you, we will be right back after these.
I don't know what the heck he just threw.
Always, but high gas, so don't bother buying our cheap plastic crap because it's
Oh my god.
people out there who know what they cheap slave labor, so you can get your accommodation log at 99 cents. So come to mall parts because we care.
This Dissolve is not in the original. It's something POTC Deliver did purely for the DVD. And it actually doesn't cut off there in the original, and he goes on to name the department of the advertising, how it was paid for.
Not that.
Some sort of
Okay.
Hans Zimmer soundtrack there, no
Okay.
doubt, knowing POTC Deliver.
Let me do the music. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. We're back. The next segment in our show is going to be the most awaited segment in the history of our program.
It's kind of interesting how this one worked out right here. I had a walkie-talkie in my pocket still because we brought walkie-talkies to the corn maze, so that way, like, if we hit two different things, then we could take like either path, because at this point I didn't have a cell phone yet. I didn't get one of those till my sophomore year.
It is. It is.
So I'm just having too much fun with the ring. So they just shoved me into the closet door.
I'm more mature in my painting.
Oh my god, don't you dare.
I just want the camera.
Let's take the camera.
Okay.
Closet door is sharp. How do you know that?
No duh. The next segment. The next segment.
The joke with that there is actually, at one point during one of the updates in the one of the corn maze videos, I actually said, well, it's getting a little dark outside, and by that point the screen was already like pitch black. So we had a title come up on the video, and it was like, no duh, Sherlock.
I'm
And,
with the camera, so I can cut you off.
So that was kind of the joke. We didn't want to repeat it. Well, I didn't, just because I like joking around with that kind of stuff.
You said cutting people. There's that line.
Just go on with your corner.
There's apparently a line between cutting people. Wow.
especially digital film. I mean, have you tried buying LCDs?
Anyway, the recorder is on.
This section still makes me laugh.
What politics do this country? Let me give you an example.
I think it's at this point, really, where we kind of hit our groove
Using up
with the
valuable
improv comedy
time.
videos, is really this one.
Taking my personal time away from my family. $2.
I think that's hilarious, the fact that the film is 5 times as precious to him as the amount of the time with his family. I just think it's hilarious.
Hasn't he? See, now that would be the political ad displayed on some politics TV. Yeah, we all know that's not right. So now, this.
I love the commentary in this one, though.
Shsta42. He's the dope!
He's
But
dope!
we still hire
But we still love him.
We love
Yeah,
him.
we love him.
High
He
up.
might be high on crack.
Those type of people, you're usually pretty fun to hang around with.
Oh.
You get a lot of publicity.
Publicity. What a name.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So that is how we act against politics, and that is how this country should be run. This.
Oh, I just love that section. I can't even accurate sum
If you
up
fall on
why.
me again.
I'm not gonna fall on you. I just want to make a point to our viewers that
He's
politics
just like,
just
we're like both on our
no,
knees, and he's just like running
no,
up against me,
just so
and he shoves me at this point
Thanks a lot.
right onto his tower fan, and he totally broke it. The tower came right off the base.
Standing up, I just broke my fan audios.
Ah, the credits, because interestingly enough, every video up to, well, the original 6 videos, which we all shot in one night, which holds the record for most productivity, every one of those had credits at the end for, I don't know why. They all did, and so I guess for some reason they ended up on this one. I don't remember putting credits on that. I guess that must be something PLTC ever did, because this is the version that he had on the DVD. Hence why it's a better quality, because he actually had that video. Welcoming Monkey Girl 101.
Wow. After that editorial.
The joke with that one, actually, is that he actually did that
Oh wow.
on accident. And so I was like, oh, we should do another recording, but actually like have it start off with that. Patty cameo, if you look carefully in the background there. So this marked Monkey Girl 101's debut into our actual thing, and this is still a fantastic episode.
By the way, and he's like the way to destroy it. I mean, seriously, he dropped this thing down.
Interestingly enough, behind this story, well, behind this video, is that PLT Silver lost this one because he uploaded it. And interestingly enough, he actually uploaded it as the first video of Season 2.
You know, I don't want to know what else you've done.
And it wasn't the first episode of Season 2 because it wasn't yet July. And July 1st is when our seasons start, because that's a year after our thing. So that's how we operate season-wise. Like, we don't use anything else, like episode numbers or anything like that. So he didn't put it on the DVD backup. Or, well, I guess it wasn't a backup. It was like on the DVD of Season 1, because he introduced it as the start of Season 2. He just punches me right there. That hurt. Anyway. So, yeah.
We should do like a mock Saturday Night Live skit or something. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, we should. People think I'm crazy.
I have no idea what the heck that even is.
Flip off the parts. I'm not flipping off any parts. I'm sorry.
I don't know my arm.
Anyway, so
Arm thyself.
as I was saying, so he didn't have the video, so he totally lost this one. After his hard drive crashed, then he lost his original YouTube channel. So we were all freaking out, like, oh my god. I mean, it was gone, like the best episode of season 1, and it's gone. And
Well, today,
by some stroke of genius,
today
I actually had it on my computer because I had previously asked POTC Lover to send it to me for a different video that I was working on. Some of you might remember, like a very, very long time ago on my channel, I had this, like, these 2 videos, and I called them Who is Shsta42, and it was just like all this random stuff. And at one point I had scenes from this video in it. So I needed the actual source material. So by this point, POTC and I had started file sharing with IM. So we could actually send stuff bigger than, 2 megabytes, like we had to do over email, hence why the last one was so botched quality-wise. So, but literally by some miracle, I had this on my computer. So, by just, I don't know, some magical stroke of luck, season 1 is intact. So, it was very... The number of sexual innuendos in this one is quite entertaining. But...
Oh my god.
So...
Like, sending a flaming arrow through this. Like, I'm always surprised about that. Ever since we made the first video on this.
I think we always are, honestly, though. It's contagious.
I'm bringing it sexy back.
Oh my god.
I'm just glad you didn't see the dance I did.
I love how he's holding this I'm with stupid sign upside down.
That's upside down. What? I'm just glad you guys didn't see the dance I'm doing.
So, like, totally confused.
Abuse.
Yeah, he hits like everyone. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
The 2 viewers joke. I don't think we've ever lost that one.
If you have nothing else better to do in your whole life dedicated to you,
View it anyway.
The sad part is there totally are people who are like that.
You may laugh.
You may laugh. Some of them are entertaining, but
Anyone else on the camera?
give it. There you go. Go ahead. You're
the chick's already got the head moved.
JK! I have the same exact inhaler. Oh my god.
I still maintain that you take these 10 seconds apart. Well, maybe not 10 seconds apart. It's like you take one, you hold it for about 10 seconds, you breathe out, and then you do it again. Like, I don't think you have to do it like a minute. He's freaking out.
Watch as it gets overdosed.
Of course, I'm referring to taking it about 10 seconds afterward, not actually overdosing. I've never overdosed on that stuff.
Yeah, with the I'm bringing sexy back.
Oh, yeah.
Before it was G. Now we're gonna try to keep it.
I don't know if it was ever G.
Oh, bummer. Yeah.
Anyone want a beatbox?
Okay. Do what? I'm a beatboxer. You know, that's
Beatboxing. And funnily enough, it was his next corner, the beatbox.
It's not that heavy.
I don't actually like this song. The funny thing is, that was not the dance I was doing originally.
Okay, hot chicks that are watching this, I know that you're wishing you were here right now.
Yeah, looks like I'm having some sort of seizure.
This is why I don't dance in school. Yeah, he's the one who lost sexy in the first place.
Fair enough.
See that video of him on YouTube, him in the paper?
Oh, that's an old video that I took off because, honestly, someone I knew found out about it, and yeah.
How long's our time? We're pushing 11 minutes.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, back when you had to worry about how long.
Do you know what JK means?
Yes, I know what JK means. It's W2.
I have a good idea.
And for those of you who can't tell what I'm saying there, I said it's WTF that I'm having the problems with.
Oh, God. You stuck his gum on the freaking buttons. I'm never holding my camera again. You know, this is why I don't get invited to school dances. Can you tell?
Obviously, because I don't
What are
go.
you filming?
No, you're supposed to be asking the girl out. They're not supposed to be asking you.
That is my actual opinion. Does it really make a
Why
difference?
did they call it the Sadie Hawkins dance? Did like Sadie Hawkins like ask this really hot dude out or something?
And there's that
And
thing
then
right there.
started
It's
this
supposed to be the
revolution called
flipping off the Nazis joke again, but he totally didn't get it. Or pick up on it, which is okay, because I don't think anyone would actually understand that.
Wow.
Oh, it is like in 6 minutes gonna be a new day.
Gasp. And then right after that, I might as well play these two things in the same thing. I did this, but Piotr didn't have the camera on, so he switches it on right after I do it.
Okay, after it again.
OMG.
Yeah. OMG!
I don't think I could ever do that again if I tried. So, anyway, this has been kind of a, not so much director's commentary as it is just one of the 3 people responsible for these train wrecks commentary, I guess, on our season 1 of some of the most fun videos I've ever made in any of the stuff on YouTube that I've ever done, just because it's quite entertaining to do these, which is why we went on for as many years as we did, constantly trying to make better and better videos. So, I guess let me know what you guys think. If you guys like it, and if I have some more spare time, I will do Season 2 and Season 3, I guess. And POTC Deliver, if you have time, I'd like to hear you do this same kind of thing, just so you can get the other perspective on it. Because I feel obviously there's going to be stuff you remember about all these videos that I won't, and vice versa. I think it can be quite interesting just to have all the people here, and since it's not exactly convenient for both of us to do this at the same time, I guess it kind of has to be broken up. So anyway, this is Shsta42. I'll see you guys later.